Yes, respected sadhakas, welcome. Just ensure all our 9 identities in us. The sadhakatva, trutva, the viragi, the loka sevaka, dharma samstapaka, shishya, the bhakta, the mumukshu, and most importantly, the jignasu in us. As we do every day, let us tune with gratitude and devotion to all these 5 sources of blessing to us. The Parabrahma Tattva himself, we have to realize it as ourself. The Paramatma, the Ishvara, whose grace alone can ensure it to happen by the removal of all the obstacles. And we have our part to play. For that, whatever the abilities, energies are required, they are supplied by the Devata Gana. So we owe a lot to them. With gratitudes, we are praying to them also. And then, who are the ones who guide us? Our own Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, without whom even the presence of the spiritual life also will not be known to us. Forget about knowing all its intricacies and reaching out. So, the Guru Parampara deserves our gratitudes and salutations. Then again, these Gurus, though tell us, they need a point, the reference. The reference is the Lord alone expressing as the Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Santa Vangmayaropi Shastras. So it is our duty daily to salute the Shastras. And to all the 5, we have to commit and do what best we can do from our side. Having done these 2 things, before we take up the study of our Shwethashwathara Upanishad Sambandha Bhashyam, the 3rd portion. The first portion we saw our essential self, nature. Second portion we saw how we get bound, what is the nature of bondage. Third portion is how we get liberated. That portion with plenty of quotations we are going to study from today. Before all that we do, as we do every day, 3-4 minutes of some discussion to refresh our minds, bring them to the satsanga. Today's thoughts are key. We as a human beings come with 3 projects. 1, the project of exhausting our prarabdha. Second is the project of expressing our vasanas. Third is the project of evolving to the highest. These are the 3 things with which we are sent. Then to accomplish all these 3, we are given all the outer resources, we are given all inner abilities, we are given plenty of guidances, we are given lots of freedom. More than all that, we are given that ability to do them, called as the Purushartha Samarthya. Okay. The Purushartha is always of 3 types: Jnanatmaka, Bhavatmaka, Kriyatmaka. Purushartha. Ability to do Purushartha means. So it is we who have to be wise, taking whole thing into our hands, accomplish all these 3 projects for which we have come correctly, completely. In this lies our all maturity as well as our ensured evolution. Generally, that first Purushartha called as the Jnanam. Either we have to bring it from our earlier lives, thoda thoda hota hai, or we have to generate or create or cultivate or gain or obtain in this life. That's the first one, because on that only all the rest is there. So in the ignorance of our information or knowledge, in all the three Purusharthas or the projects for which we have come, we do mistakes. If the clear knowledge, pakka knowledge, authentic knowledge, more importantly, if the convincing knowledge is not there. What mistakes we do in all the three projects is, in the project one called as exhausting prarabdha, not only by denying our duties out of laziness or out of distraction, etc., that we don't exhaust our prarabdha, but we create newer and newer ones. We have never come to this world to create the new prarabdhas. But this wisdom is not there with us. This clarity is not there with us. Therefore, in that ignorance, inadvertence, not only not exhausting the existing prarabdham, but we create the newer and newer ones. Therefore, we alone are becoming cause for the repeated comings and goings. So we have to be very alert. Like when I am with you, it is prarabdha, it is exhausting, and that is through clearing these debts by talking on these shastras. Ho gaya. More than that, in any way I relate to you, then that creates newer prarabdha. I have to be very alert. The equipments, if they are not properly guided, they have all the tendency of doing all these mischiefs. In the same way, every one of you, when you are in your own variety of lifestyles, wherever we are, know that we have come for the prarabdha. Prarabdha is mostly at the sharira level in the form of sukha dukkha, even at the mind level also in the form of sukha dukkha, coming to us through the various people around us, situations around us, objects around us. They all are here to make us exhaust the prarabdha. So silently, the sukha dukkha jhelte हुए, sharir ka problem jhelte हुए, then the duties what is to be done to them, wo karte हुए. We have to slowly see to it that no new things are created. New things created when we expect something, when we want something. So those expectation wants we have to be carefully eliminate. All that calls for again the first Purushartha, the Jnanam. What is that Jnanam? We have come for the ultimate truth, that basic one. If that is missed, the other two places we definitely commit the mistakes. So it is again in our choice. Again, if we go by sentiments or the emotions or variety of feelings, then we say no, इनके बिना नहीं होगा, उनके बिना नहीं होगा, तो जिंदगी में तो वो चाहिए, ये चाहिए. These all are to the Jiva. They are all to the one who is with the Dehadi Tadatmya. To Paramatma, what is the need of all of them? They are all obstructions only. So if that wisdom is not there, then on the name of these various pleasures or dependencies, we create newer attachments, newer prarabdhas. So we have to be very cautious, careful about this. Very sensitive we have to be. Very tough it is even to listen and understand, but it starts from listening. We are listening now to understand it. Then implement it or practice it or be careful while living in the world. No new thing is created. With the existing things and beings around, or with any new, with our newer sankalpas. Isn't it? Like, as we said yesterday, no, I want to go to that country, or have that experience, or this bhoga. Is sankalpa bhi nahi karna. That is why iha mutrartha parabhoga viraga. है ना? तद्वैराग्यम जिहासाया दशरथ श्रवणादि देहादि ब्रह्म पर्यंते अनित्य भोग वस्तुनि. Isn't it? We have to be clear about this one. थोड़ा संकल्प बनाए ना, वो हमको बेकार में, it will make us go to that world and get that sharira and go through that sukha dukkha bhoga, even if it for a fraction of a second. Talk careful about it. See, think. Everything depends on our understanding. Understanding depends on our unbiased thinking. Thinking depends on the data. Data is given here. Exhausting the prarabdha we have come. So smilingly let us do it. Knowingly let us do it. Without complaints let us do it. Consciously, without creating any dent in our mind, let us do it. With the required amount of our relative detachment, let us do it. Suffer, but with detachment. Enjoy, but with detachment. If it is in prarabdha, you enjoy. Wonderful parents, wonderful wife, husband, wonderful children. अगर अच्छा प्रारब्ध है क्यों नहीं होगा? But that's not our goal. है ना? बुराई से तो हम easily withdraw कर सकते हैं, detach हो सकते हैं. But then when good things are there, we want a repetition of it. That is the most dangerous things. All the poetries come. ऐसे बच्चे, ऐसे पति पत्नी, ऐसे पेरेंट, जन्म जन्म हो जाए. मतलब भगवान नहीं होना चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए, भगवान नहीं चाहिए. For the lower people, less informed, it is that. But for you and I who are studying Shastra, nothing. Rama is in that state of mind. Every day study Yoga Vasishta, Rupagita, life is taken care. Isn't it? Sri Rama is in that. What is lacking in him? Wonderful parents loving him, wonderful brothers taking care, loving, all Mantri Praja. Everyone is wonderful. Maja hi maja. What is he lacking? Nothing. But still he saw in that the ephemerality, what he doesn't want that. जीवित का आशा ही नहीं बोला कल उन्होंने. We have seen it yesterday. That is the example for us. That is the pramana for us. That Rama is important for us, you and me. The Rama of Yoga Vasishta, not Rama of Valmiki Rama. More than Valmiki Rama and Rama, Yoga Vasishta Rama is our idea. Clear. Be conscious, sensitive about it. Because in our day schedule, depending on our works, hundreds of people we come in contact with, things we come in contact with, places we come in contact with, situations we come in contact with, experiences we come in contact with. Every one of them have the possibility of creating new prarabdha. We have to be very, very sensitive in that. Think about it. Exhaust करने के लिए आए, नया बनाने के लिए नहीं. Then now the second one is, we have come here to express our vasanas. In fact, here also we have to express, but intelligently what we have to understand is, more than expressing, exhausting the vasanas, we have come. The pure tendencies in us, they come on the surface of antakarana in the form of the thoughts, or the sankalpas, or the desires, or the plans, or the projections, or imaginations. All of them are expressions of our inner vasana. Just like prarabdhas, vasanas also have the tendency of getting repeated, or new vasanas created, or the tendencies are created, newer tendencies. Always the danger is there. Therefore, being absolutely alert, all these thoughts have come, that shows these are the vasanas that I have. Now, it has come up to thought level, doesn't need that it is to be expressed in action. When you express it in the form of action, you have given it value, importance, especially the negative vasanas. Then that creates other newer vasana. So the ability to stand apart from the vasana created mental imaginations, mental mainly the desires, etc., are the way by which the vasana is allowed to express but not create the new one. We think vasana when expresses as desire, definitely has to be fulfilled. That force is there in us because of habit. And that in turn is creating newer vasanas or strengthening the already existing. Isn't it? Or associated vasanas they create. Like when you go for a shop, you go to buy some things. But when you see the other things, desire for buying them also comes. Either we buy them there and then, newer ones, whether required or not, or we come back home with a desire about it, in the next month's budget we buy it. This is the way of formation of the vasanas. We have to see to it that they are exhausting, they are expressing at the mind level, not in the action level, especially the negative one. Positive, express, but not with any phala apeksha. Again, remember, phala apeksha is the one which creates the vasana. Kartrutva buddhi, that I am the doer. Phala apeksha buddhi. These two make every action or experience as vasana. So we are not that way karta. We are the instrument in the hands of Lord, or we are here to exhaust the things. Like I am an acharya now speaking here Shastra. Instrument of the Lord in his hands. Or exhausting this, whatever the prarabdha is there, or whatever the sankalpas are there, whatever the, let us say, the urges are there, they are going on. I, the doer, should not be there. So to what is the phala expected? Nothing should be expected. Expect it will come, but we are bound. Like if I expect कि सब तालियां बजाए लोग और फूल माला भेजे, because of this sankalpa, I will be called somewhere, I have to go there and they will put a फूल माला and ताली बजाओ, which has nothing to do with Paramatma. Our goal is Paramatma, not ताली बजाओ या माला पहनाओ. Isn't it? Any sankalpa can be done. And this karma can be directed as karma phala towards that sankalpa. Sanction हो जाता है ऊपर से, because we have willingly made that karma phala. Okay, so हो जाता है. कुछ ईश्वरा डिसाइडेड फल है, कुछ आपने जो मांगा वो फल. Isn't it? Like take 500 rupees to shop, you can say also 500 रुपए का चीजें दे दो, he will give. Or you can ask exactly what you want. So we are here to exhaust prarabdha, not create new one. Exhaust the vasanas, not create new ones. How careful we have to be, dekho. This is called, this awareness is called sadhana. Who can do this? The one who, for some lives while listening satsanga on Upanishad Shastra, convincingly discovers Paramatma as the goal. Convinces about Paramatma as the goal. Then, even though it is a goal, the due sadhana we are not able to do, and we are opposite to the goal only going. Why is it so? When we ask question, these are the answer. How to sort it out? These are the explanations. These are the sadhanas. All our Shastras talk, the Yoga Vasishta will exhaustively talk about the Vasanas and all of that in the forthcoming Prakaranas. Nirvana Prakaranam, Bharkar Pura, Vajidar, excellent. I am excited about that. But before that, we'll do the other 5 also slowly. Vivek Sudhamani and all, Vasananam, Ksheshchata, Swadhya, Sapanayam, Kuru, Shankara Bhagavan exhaustively guides us in that. Okay. Now we have come again for the third project of recognizing our own true essential nature. Maximum time has to be given for it. All the resources are to be used for it. Maximum efforts have to be done only for it. All our willingness should be only for it. Inclination should be only for it. Again, the risk here is what? In seeing the world and getting enchanted like the child. Comes here to exhaust, but seeing the dada, dadi, nana, nani, all relations, he gets enchanted. Then Without enchantment, new vasana formation anyway happens. New prarabdha created anyway happens. More than these two, the purpose for which the third one we have come, knowing the self, that gets forgotten. सबसे important problem वो है कि we forget the purpose only, the main purpose. बाकी दो तो exhaustion वाले हैं. But this one is to obtain our essential selfhood. That is forgotten. Something else is aimed at. Instead of going back to our essential self, we are doing only those things by which our ego, our jiva bhava, our upadhi tadatmya, our janma varna samsara is repeated or strengthened or relapsed. अब देखो, for various reasons that we are in Kali Yuga, nobody teaches us this Atmagyan, Tattva-gyan. वो तो है ही, पर ऐसा भी नहीं कि कोई है ही नहीं पढ़ाने वाले हैं, फिर जाओ आप सीखो. About others we can't talk, about our own selves. Before exposed to Upanishads we can't say anything, हो गया. But अब तो we are everyday listening. So now though we have to think for ourselves to strengthen that the third one, which is the main one, that we are here to recognize our essential self. Anything done for it is correct. Anything done against, opposite to it is the wrong. So how many moments per day we are thinking about and knowing and putting the efforts towards this main third project of realizing the self. For that, whatever, how much of the Shastra Shravana going on, Shastra Manana Chintana going on, in which Atma Swarupa is given, we are understanding. Atma Swarupa Prapti, Sadhana is given, we are doing. So, इसका हिसाब जब ज़्यादा हम करते हैं, then we are true seekers of our own essential self. Our main mission we are really accomplishing. And all, as he said, Purushartha Samarthya as a human, तो हमको दिया गया. And with our conscious, deliberate efforts, we can increase our capacities also. We can. So those facilities we have to recognize, we have to utilize. Whatever is done for this is correct. Then other things come into a picture, then it becomes a very big subject if I touch that. Which place we are in, which are the people who are in our friends circle, whom are we talking or contacting to, and what are the subject matters we are discussing. Now, all of that has to be refreshed, it has to be reset. Because they can't be such ones which nullify, neutralize, or take us away from our main goal. अगर हम ऐसे जगह पे हैं जहाँ रहने से परमात्मा का विस्मृति, जगत का स्मृति हो रहा है, वो जगह has to be changed. Yeah. So too, if we are those people who are reminding us of the world, reminding us as a jiva, making us forget Paramatma, our essential goal, those people have to be changed. Those projects have to be changed. Those undertakings have to be given up. Those involvements have to be stopped. They are all necessary, not as difficult as we think. If our goal is very strong about Paramatma Prapti, conviction strong hai, so then easily. Like my health has to be very perfect. If I am strong in this, anything doctor says to give up or take up, willingly, easily I do. If I love the health more, and not necessarily that people love the health, they may love the bhoga more than the health, and they can talk sarcastically, मरेंगे तो किसी दिन मरना ही है, चलो खा के पी के मरें. Now that stupidity people can maintain. It is their choice. It is our choice also. But the other thing also is choice. No, at every cost and price, I want to enjoy my healthy life. But then further this has to be given up, that has to be taken, I am ready. In the same way, if we are clear in our knowing the self as the goal, convinced, then what the list we said now, few of them, the changes to be made, things to be given up, new things to be added, we will be able to do willingly, joyfully, and need not put any alternative. Don't allow mind to any question. Don't listen to anybody's advice. When we are pakka as to what we have to achieve and what we have to do, what is the need of listening to other half-minded people, half-baked people, worldly people? Like you are coming to class where Tattva Chintana going on. Do you know what the greatness of it? Yeah. Then why do you give your ear to others when you say, क्या जरूरत है हर दिन जाने का, कभी कभी मिस करो? You can't listen to them. They don't know what is being discussed here. And you yourself bunk the class, no, I can't do it. You don't need other enemy. Isn't it? Your mind, ego is enough to give suggestion and justify. No need. Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmanajita anatmanahatu shatrutve varteta atma eva shatrutve. You are your. So, this is how our life has to be. Exhaust prarabdha, create not new. Express and exhaust the vasanas, create not new, and go nearer and nearer to the self in the understanding, in the sadhana, and in the experience. All the three are interconnected. Okay? When we are in the good mood of Tattva Chintana, Atma Chintana, that let us do. That means we are lucky to have those positive sattvic atmosphere wala fortune. नहीं हो पा रहा है तो understand. So prarabdha is there. Clear it outside while doing minimum what is required for spirituality. Then sometimes the vasanas express. That time we have to be alert. Hold on to the feet of God. Our goal इसको जाने दो. Even prarabdha और vasana अपना track चलता रहेगा. Our track of spirituality we have to go on doing. Isn't it? In Bombay local train you can see. So many tracks are there. इतने ट्रेन आते जाते हैं. उनके आसाम नहीं. इधर से इधर जा रहे हैं, इधर जा रहे हैं. Within their own compartment, there are 300 people. Each one doing 100 things, different things. कोई पेपर पढ़ रहा है, किताब पढ़ रहा है, कोई सेल फोन देख रहा है, कोई बात कर रहा है, कोई इधर उधर झांक रहा है, कोई मनी में गाना गा रहा है. And everyone is doing his own work in spite of all. विचित्र है वो वाला. हर बंदा अपने दुनिया में है. सब कुछ चल रहा है चारों तरफ. So to चारों तरफ let prarabdha go on. Let vasanas try to express. We have to be in our track of sadhana. कोई गप्पे मारते हो तो विचित्र होता है वाला सीनरी. कोई वो स्वेटर को तैयार कर रहे. एंड इन देयर लोकल ट्रेन है जो सुबह 6 को निकलते हैं, 9 बजे पहुंचना है, वे 9 को शाम को 6 ऑफिस से घर 9. तो दूर डिस्टेंस है बेचारे. तो 6 o'clock they buy vegetable and they cut it in the train only. घर आकर बनाकर खाते. They do that. Even बाल सवारना भी they do it. No time बेचारे. But everybody is in their work. Let the whole world in its work. Let the prarabdha do its work. Let the vasanas try to express. But committedly when I do my sadhana, other things slowly gets taken care. This is how our understanding should be. By God's grace. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम सुकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शन लालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भव शङ्कर देशिक मे शरणम्। ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने निष्ठितानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद अथ श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य विरचित मंगलाचरण श्लोकम्। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। शांति मंत्रः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः श्री आद्य शंकर कृत संबंध भाष्यम्। मित्रों, friends, we have seen Sambandha Bhashya, half of it. We'll browse through it again. As I told you, one more day I'll do 3 or 4 minutes. We'll spend for it. Then we go to the third portion of what sadhana is to be done for coming out of the bandhana, which we are in now. Okay, how the bandhana happened, it is said. More inquiry about it, not required. Inquiry should be of how to get out of this bandhana, enter into that mokshana bhuti. Our focus should be on that more. So I am again doing from the beginning the bhashya, half of it, browsing through quickly in 3 to 4 minutes. Then we study our today's portion of the third topic. Okay. Now see that, look into the book. इसको repeatedly करने से आपको idea भी आएगा how the bhashya is guiding us, how it has to be studied, how it has to be understood, how it helps us in really making the things more and more deeply understandable, clear also. Shwethashwathara Upanishadah idam vivaranam. So this is a vivaranam of the Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Alpa Grantham, not so exhaustive like Puranas, only precisely only we are giving for whose sake? Brahma Jignasuna. So 2 ways. If I am Brahma Jignasu, I must study the vivarana. If you are not interested in the vivarana, don't study but understand that you are not a Brahma Jignasu. अगर कुछ इंटरेस्ट नहीं है स्वामी उपनिषद पढ़ने का, गुड, नो प्रॉब्लम, नथिंग न्यू, नो, बट many are not interested, so it shows you are not Brahma Jignasu. Brahma Jignasu is one who knows. By knowing Brahman, we become Brahman. Brahman being Satchidananda, we become that. Then all limitations go. There is no more bondage samsara. That's called Brahma Jignasa के पीछे the 2-3 understandings. Brahma Jignasuna. Brahma Jignasu can study the Upanishad straight away. Why should they study your Alpa Grantha Vivarana Sukha Bodhaya? This Vivarana is given for the easier understanding of the Upanishad. No, I don't need straight, I can understand, go, no compulsion. Isn't it? I don't want to study Bhashyam, सीधा उपनिषद पढ़कर समझ सकता हूँ करो, कोई बॉन्डेज नहीं है. Compulsion is not to study my Bhashyam idea, Bhagavan Shankara is. The compulsion is know the truth and get liberated. If you can do it directly, do it. But I am giving Alpa Vivarana for easy understanding of, for the Brahma Jignasus. Take the help. I am given this task. I am selected for it. And the Lord is expressing as Adi Shankara. He will not tell them. We have to have the faith. Okay. Now the whole process of what we are, how we have come to a stage of bondage, how to get liberated. These are the three topics. First one, what we are. Chit Sadananda Advitiya Brahma Sarupa. This is our essential nature. Yesterday we explained, so I will not explain again. Chit Swarupa, Sat Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, Advitiya Swarupa. That is in Shastra called as Brahma. So Chit Sadananda Advitiya Brahma Swarupa. Abhi Atma, even though that is my essential nature, but with my own Maya, my own avidya, I myself, by identifying with my own self-imagined upadhis, I am living life of a limited jiva. In that, because of raga dveshani, doing various karma, getting various sharira. Precisely. Summary. That is what is beautifully, systematically, technically, Shankara Bhagavan says. Studying Bhasha gives that systematic approach. So, one by one words about this avidya. What it is? Swa ashraya. Avidya is always in my ashraya. As long as I allow it, it stays. And I don't want it to stay, I have all rights to get the vidya and kick the away the avidya. Again, if the avidya is not in my ashraya, if it is independent, it will not go away. It will not go away from anyone. Therefore, no Mukta Purusha should be there. मुक्त पुरुष है मतलब उनको अविद्या चला गया. क्यों गया? उन्होंने निकाल दी. मतलब विद्या इज in my ashraya. It's a very funny, interesting, sarcastic, humorous thing it is. कि I am supporting my own मूर्खता, बेवकूफी, अविद्या. Swashraya. Everybody supports his own arrogance, his own lusts or passions or desires, ignorances. We only support. Such an intelligent, foolish people we are. So Swashraya, then Swavishaya. Swavishaya means it is an object. I am the subject. An object should never disturb the subject. I know that I am the avidya, no? Yeah. So that is an object. Swavishaya, avidya. So Anubhava Gamya. Dekho, Anubhava Gamya means as long as you are doing the Anubhava of it and choosing to stay in it, it continuously appears to be it is there and giving Anubhava. Like I am in Deha Tadatmya. I am getting the experience of this Deha related Anubhava. It will continue in my Anubhava as long as I allow. If I rise above it and recognize my essential self and remain witness to all these happenings, I am freed from it. That is the meaning of Swa Anubhava Gamya. वो अनुभव के कारण है पर हकीकत में नहीं है. That is a proof to say something is becoming अनुभव युक्त doesn't mean it is real or required. Like snake का अनुभव हुआ, but it doesn't mean it is real and it is required. नहीं, real है ही नहीं वो, required तो कभी नहीं. It is only giving भयम दुखम. In the same way, this avidya is अनुभव गम्य but not required to be there. That is a cause of bondage. We must know. Then what it does, how the anubhava it gives us is sabhasaya. Sabhasa, along with the abhasa. So the avidya, ahamvritti, chidavasa, in that aham has become now the conscious aham. Then he becomes knower, he becomes the owner, he becomes the doer, he becomes the experiencer. Like I know my buddhi, I own my buddhi, I do with my buddhi, and I experience my buddhi. Isn't it? I know my buddhi. I know, I own it, it is my buddhi. I do, let us say, a study with that buddhi. And I get that knowledge. That knowledge gives me happiness through experience. This is aham, Paramatma mein ये सब नहीं होते. It's a pure Satchidananda. So I know the mind. I own the mind. I do with the mind an emotion of anger and I experience the repercussion of that anger in the form of disturbance. वो कौन कर रहे हैं? ये साभास चित्त का आभास से तादात्म्य अहम वाला वृत्ति. The pure Chaitanya में it is one without second no. So all the multiplicities are not there in this. Only pure self. Sabhasaya. Then what happened? Very interesting. Pratibandha swabhavika ashesha purushartha. Once he becomes avasa yukta jiva, identify the upadhis, then so many swabhavik purusharthas fall on him. The swabhavik purushartha can be the vasanas, as we saw in the beginning. To the introduction, or swabhavik purushartha is obviously when you identify the upadhi. उसका रक्षण पालना पोषण ये पुरुषार्थ तो गिरेगा ना. When you buy a cow or a buffalo and get to your house, so you are having the swabhavika purushartha, giving it grass or water and washing or milching it. अब देख स्वाभाविक पुरुषार्थ हो गए कि नहीं? And these things, by getting into more and more identities, these swabhavika purusharthas, we make them endless. That way, ashesha purushartha. Now here, purushartha takes another color. To be done purushartha, jakar ke, out of desire done purushartha starts. This creates all the karma balas. So, swabhavika ashesha purushartha. Vastu purushartha is maintain the equipments, make right use of them. ये वाला कम harmful है. But identifying the purushartha, then we want to indulge in the world through these upadhis, identify the upadhi, want to indulge in the world with the upadhi, then unnecessary ashesha purusharthas which we do, in doing some work, getting the money, buying the thing, अब इसका अंत नहीं होता, हर दिन होते ही रहते हो. So here स्वाभाविक हो गया तो एक because of upadhita adhatma, natural purushartha. Second, swabhavika purushartha is the vasanas. Third, swabhavika purushartha is created ones. Not required but created. Ashesha purushartha. Then, because of the purushartha when you do, its result comes as prarabdha, therefore prapta ashesha anartha. अनेक अनेक दुख रूपी लिमिटेशन रूपी अनर्थs he goes on getting. How he does all of that? अविद्या परिकल्पितैः एव साधनैः. The sadhanas, whether they are of the Sharirādi Upadhi, the sadhanas of the objects outside or the people outside, all are avidya parikalpita. Because in vidya, where only Paramatma is there, where are the Sharirādi Upadhi? Where are the Bandhu Mitradi, Bhagya sadhana? They are all sadhanas. Like brother is a sadhana. Through him sadhana is, he helps me in this or that work. Friend is a sadhana, instrument, sadhana means, again he helps me in that business or work. He is a avidya parikalpita Bhagya sadhana. प्योर आत्मा को जानने के लिए कोई किसी की जरूरत ही नहीं है, कोई साधन की भी जरूरत नहीं है. Nothing to be. Nobody is required and no help from anybody is required. But avidya parikalpita hi aneka sadhana hi. Okay? Eva sadhana hi. Now the important point. इष्ट प्राप्तिम अपुरुषार्थम पुरुषार्थम मन्यमाना। इष्ट प्राप्ति जो पुरुषार्थ है ही नहीं है, बट वी से पुरुषार्थ। इष्ट प्राप्तिम अपुरुषार्थम पुरुषार्थम मन्यमाना। Actual purusharth is only one, that be the self, that's it. But with the upadhi tadhyatmya, whatever gives sukha at the upadhi level, towards that the ishta is created, that ishta prapti is taken as purushartha. But why it is not purushartha, why it is apurushartha? Because it is creating vasanas, because it is enslaving us to it, because it is temporary, it is strengthening the ishtas. डिजायर एक बात होती है, इष्टा डिजायरिंग दूसरी बात होती है कि नहीं? When we go on fulfilling the desires, the desiring disease grows. Like smoking habit. Smoking तो उस समय होता है, but the habit of it. So to desire उस समय का होता है, but habit of desiring, it just becomes so stronger. तो बिना कामना और बिना कामना करके करना नहीं रह सकते. And thirdly, it is binding us only to the upadhis. How can it be the purushartha then? That which takes us to nirupadhika Brahman, that's purushartha. But this ishtaprapti sadhana, ishtaprapti prayatna, ishtaprapti purushartha is taking us away from Paramatma only. Therefore, you can't call it a purushartha. It should be a purushartha. Means what? I am telling only 20-30% of what is given here. 80% in the next round are a homework to you. Like one example, इष्ट प्राप्ति अपरुषार्थ को पुरुषार्थ मान रहा है. अर्थ क्या हुआ? इष्ट प्राप्ति is never a पुरुषार्थ. That is a very subtle corollary we have to catch from it. इष्ट प्राप्ति अपरुषार्थम पुरुषार्थम मन्यमाना. इष्ट प्राप्ति जो पुरुषार्थ हो ही नहीं सकता, उसको पुरुषार्थ मान रहा है. What is the take home point here? You can never have the ishta. Even if you have in the mind because of vasana, don't try for the prapti of it, considering it as purushartha, because it will strengthen the desiring ability, which is wrong. You understood? Therefore, what is to be done, that is to be done, not what is liked. What is to be eaten, that is to be eaten, not what is liked. What is our self, that has to be recognized. Not that I like to become Indra, I like to be Brahma, Deva, I like to be this minister, that minister. That Ishta Prapti is never Purushartha. It is not Purushartha. And if your Ishta is Parabrahma himself, then it's okay. Then it is a Purushartha. You try for it. Vatha Prapti is only by knowing. No, you don't have to do that. So, Ishta Prapti Vapurushartham, Purushartham Manyamanaha. Then, in this bargain, what's happening? That's why Bhagavan Shankara, to avoid any doubts in our mind, he says, Mokshartham Alabhamanaha. Because Apurusharth Ishta Prapti ko hi Purusharth mankar, he is busy in that. The real Purushartha called as Moksha Alabhamanaha. Because how can you have the moksha in anything other than the self? Not self-identity में वर्क करके बाहर टेम्पररी रिजल्ट्स में मोक्ष रूप पुरुषार्थ कहाँ मिलेगा? बंध नहीं मिलता रहेगा. That is why मोक्षार्थम अलभमाना. How crucial, how deep are these each words to be understood? Remember, they are very powerful, very essential paragraph. This one, Bhagavan Shankara's guidance. Mokshartham alabhamanaha. Then what is happening to him? Makaradivihi iva. Like the crocodiles, fishes, dolphins or snakes. Iva ragadivihi. Like the makara tied with the rope and pulled this side, that side. Tail पे भी बांधते हैं, कमर पे भी बैठते हैं, सर पे भी बांधते हैं उसको रस्सियाँ. Then मकर खुद भी इधर उधर हिलता डुलता है. Then the ones who want to pull it, they also without rassi they pull it. So what is that rassi by which, like Makara Adi, we are pulled here and there, Raga Adivihi. Raga Adi means Raga, Dvesha, Kama, Krodha, Sabhana. Raga Adivihi, every sankalpas. Itastataha, Samyak Akrushyamanaha. here and here, here and there. इधर खींचेंगे उधर खींचेंगे, है ना? That pulled here and there, this place, that place. Every day, to how many things we are pulled to this and that because of raga dvesha. So to every year, so to every life. In each life, we are pulled to different shariras. That's the meaning of Makaradviva Ragadvi Tasataha Samakushamanaha. Because of the pull of this Ragadi, Sura Nara Tiryagadi, Devata be, Manusha be, animal also, Aneka Prabheda Veda, Vedita Nana Yonishu Sancharan. Aneka Yonis, we go on doing the Sanchara because of the Ragadi. Means Raga followed by, we do that type of Purushartha, as although it is a Purushartha. Suranara Tiryagadi Prabheda Vedita Nana Yonishu Sanchara. Up to this is bondage. So from here the steps for moksha are given. Today we'll see it. Tomorrow we'll browse to it again, definitely for the clarity. Only 5-6 points are there in it. More than theory, to be done practically is important. First is what? Ki Kena api sukruta karmana. Kena api sukruta karmana. That sukruta karma can be consciously done or unconsciously done. We don't know. If you are aware, we can do consciously. You know, like an animal is there, a donkey. It is suffering, serving a, let us say, Brahmana. Then Brahmana Devata can say, yaar, isne mere ko itna serve kiya, isko uttam jan mil jaye. Up that has become Sukruta to donkey. That donkey doesn't know. They are Mahatmas who have the tapas shakti. They bless the birds, they bless the animals. So the bird animal which was supposed to go through hundreds of lives of Pashus suddenly get the human life. That is one idea. Second idea is what? Even the Manushya Yoni only, not living like animal, some Sukrita we have done, some Punya Karma. Third thing, therefore, the unambiguous things let us keep away. The clear thing is what? As a human being, let us do Sukrita Karma. Consciously. Sukrita Karma is the Punya Karma, the Dana Karma, the karma by which others are made happy. Including the Sukrita Karma, includes the Upasana Karma, to the Daivam with full faith. So here, क्या होगा कि केना भी सुकृत कर्मणा. Because of some karma, Sukrita Karma done, not one, many karmas sometimes. A karma, 10 karo, depending on the requirement. What will happen to him with this Sukrita Karma? Brahmanadi adhikara shariram prapta. Adhikari shariram prapta. यहाँ थोड़ा पॉज करेंगे हम. ब्राह्मण आदि अधिकारी शरीरम प्राप्त. ब्राह्मण आदि अधिकारी शरीरम प्राप्त. That Adi word can be understood two ways. One is what? Brahmana. Adi means what? First is born as Brahmana. Second, born in the Utkrishta Brahmana Vamsha. Third, as a Brahmana in Utkrishta Brahmana Vamsha, he is born with Shuddha Sattva Gunas. And his parents are also with all those Gunas. Then they have guided him only for that. That's the meaning of Adi. Because only taking birth in Brahmana Kula may not be sufficient for the Tattva Chintana for moksha. As you see it very clearly in today's world, how many thousands are there born in Brahmana Kula, living worse than the Shudra and Chandala. Some of them living like Shatras, entering into politics. Many of them are in the business trade, Vaishya. Maximum problems. इतने सारे हैं बाह्य प्रवृत्ति में. If you go into that ISROs and NASAs, 30-40% are Brahmins only. In all central government offices, whoever are the gazetted ranks are a Brahmini Vaidava. You know, the Varmas, the Sharmas, the Shastris, you can see them, the Trivedi, Dvivedi, Vedi, Vedi, etc. etc. Today's world you can see. Born in Brahmana but doing nothing of Brahmana. That is why Adi means Brahmana Janma, Utkrishta Brahmana Janma, with Shuddha Sattva Guna, inclined. तो इतना होने के लिए जितना पुण्य चाहिए जब करते हैं तो जैसे मैंने कहा सुकृत कर्मणा तो सुकृतार्थ कर्मणा ब्राह्मण आदि what is here ब्राह्मण आदि अधिकारी शरीर and lot of discussions in that. No, I will not touch all of that. In general ब्राह्मण का जब लेते ही बस डायरेक्शन मिल जाए उनका शरीर उनका मन थोड़ा अधिकार रखता है for spirituality. If their parents doesn't send them for it, looking at others, if there's Brahmana parents, put the children only in the convents in the outer life, then what to do? The child, though born as Brahmana with all Brahmana prospects, is misguided by parents. Bechara uska wahi hoga. He'll become good politician, doctor, lawyer, everything, but not a spiritual seeker. Aajkal what ho raha hai? This is the one meaning of Adi. Second is what Brahmana Adi Adhikara. That's why here the Adhikara word is important. Brahmana Adi Adhikara Shariram Prapta. Means what? Somebody may not be born as Brahmana. He may be Kshatriya, he may be Vaishya, he may be Shudra, but Sharira may be like that, but he may be having Adhikara in that. In this, the Punja Gurudeva has done tremendous work in this regard. Before him, only the Vedanta Shastras are only by Brahmanas, two Brahmanas. First, Brahman को पढ़ाना ऐसे ही होता था. Gurudev Mahatma Sankirya, they brought the revolution. Even before that also किए हैं. But they said, anybody come and try. If you are Adhikari, you receive it. If you receive it, you are an Adhikari. That is in Puja Gurudev's place. We are not asked, ब्राह्मण हो क्षत्रिय हो वैश्य हो कुछ नहीं पूछते हैं. तुम आओ सुनो लायक हो तो रहोगे ना लायक है तो जाओगे क्या फर्क पड़ता है. Nothing to do with your financial background or your physical birth or your educational qualification. He catered to every such seeker irrespective of these backgrounds. Seeker होना चाहिए बस. That's the meaning of अधिकारी whichever the शरीर. But remember, ब्राह्मण शरीर भी है और अधिकारी भी है तो nothing like that. Ultimate. So पुण्य कर्म से हमको ये होना है. Get the Brahmana Sharira and get all the Adhikaritva. Or any Sharira but Adhikaritva. With that Adhikaritva, when you do sadhana, we will be directly going to truth, or we may, if required, go into Brahmana Sharira with Adhikara in the subsequent lives to make everything smooth, convenient, do sadhana. So, Sansaran Kera Sukruta Karmana Brahmana Adi Adhikari Shariyam Praptaha. Now, what is the meaning of being a Brahmana, being an Adhikari Brahmana, or being an Adhikari, whether Brahmana or not, to become qualified for spirituality is next one. What is the proof or what is expected to be done by that Brahmana who is toward the spiritual goal? या दिखते हैं ईश्वरार्थ कर्म अनुष्ठानेन. See, doing the karma as anusthana, but only for Ishwarartha. By this explanation, what a Brahmana should do, that also is defined. And even if it's not a Brahmana, who is a qualified person, that also is given. If anybody is doing the karma anusthana for Ishwarartha, whether is Brahmana or not, he will become qualified for spirituality. Conversely, even if he is a Brahmana, Ishwarartham is not doing karma, Swarartham is doing, Bhogartham is doing. He is by birth Brahmana, but he is not going to evolve. Okay, so this Ishwarartha karma is the one which should purify our heart. This pure heart should take us to the Guru. Then Guru will teach us. These are the 4-5 things which have to be again one by one taken into confidence and little detailedly explained. So tomorrow we'll do from here. From where we do tomorrow? Kenami Sukruta Karmana. What is the Sukruta Karma? Half minute, 2 minutes we'll discuss. Then Brahmana Adhikar Shariram, today we have done, that I will not do. Then Ishwarartha Karma Anushtana, we'll talk little bit. That leads to Apagata Ragadi Malaha. He should be freed from the inner impurities of Ragadi Mala. Then, as a result, he looks at the world from that unbiased heart, understand the world to be temporary, ephemeral, therefore he gets Vairagya. Then only goes to Acharya. Then he listens to Vedanta, he becomes Pakka. These are the few things, step by step, we learn tomorrow. It gives an idea as to where do we stand now, what is our next step. Very powerful, very useful. Let us do tomorrow. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnamevāvasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.